Hey everybody, thanks for being here today. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today I want to do some bulb unboxing. So I'll be walking you through what bulbs I ordered, where I plan on planting them, and my overall experience with two different bulb companies that I ordered from. I was late on my bulb ordering this year, so full disclosure, that's on me. There were less bulbs available by the time I did order because most ready gardeners had already ordered off all the good ones. So that's also partially why I have a mix of different bulbs from different companies. So we moved into this house in August, and I didn't order my bulbs until I had received local extension emails about webinars for fall planted bulbs, until I had seen other gardeners ordering bulbs and heard them talking about it, and it dawned on me that I should also be ordering my bulbs if I want to try to integrate them into our garden for next year. So I ordered very beginning of October. I know, again, late. And I want to say Colorblends, the first company that I ordered from, came within 3 weeks, so really quick ordering. They also were the cheaper option, so they sell wholesale, and that was really good for some of the bulbs I ordered that I want to create drifts of in certain areas. A lot of the bulbs that I ordered from Colorblends are on the smaller flower size, so not speaking to the quality of the bulbs, just the sizes of flowers, and that was very intentionally. So I wanted some smaller flowers in some areas, and we'll talk more about that. Eden Brothers I ordered from the same exact day, maybe 20 minutes after Colorblends, and it took a while to get here. I just got them, I want to say it was a week and a half ago now, so it took a lot longer to get to me. I did have to reach out to customer service. I was a little bit nervous that my late bulb order hadn't even come in, and it hadn't. They essentially had delays in their shipping from overseas, so that was part of the experience. COVID ruins everything, and yeah. So I will open Eden Brothers first, talk you through the different bulbs I ordered from them. Alright, so this was, these bulbs I ordered in, 10s to 25s, I think was the biggest order that I had. Overall, I'm looking at them and the bulbs look really good. They're a nice size. I don't feel a lot of softness. There's even one bulb down here that has 3 different bulbs attached. I'll show you all. So it has some extra bulbs attached to the main bulb. Yeah, most of these look really good. I'm really pleased with the quality of these bulbs. Oh, some of them are already starting to sprout. I really need to get these in the ground. Alright, so we'll go through what I ordered from Eden Brothers. The first were Paperwhites, which I've got to plant up here pretty quickly. For those of you who have never planted Paperwhites before, I just always grew up with them being around Christmas time or New Year's. The way that you grow them indoors is that you put them in a pot with some water. Usually I do mine with some rocks at the bottom so I can sort of see the roots grow, and then you just partially cover a little bit of the bulb with that water. And then you actually have to keep them in a dark, cool place, like around 65 degrees Fahrenheit for 4 to 6 weeks. Wait for them to sprout and then move them into a sunnier area. So based on my timing, I don't know that I'm gonna quite make it to Christmas. These might be some Valentine's Day Paperwhites. Again, that was kind of on my fault. But I'm really excited for these. This is sort of a tradition in my family to have Paperwhites around Christmas time. The second type of bulb I ordered were Alliums. These are a small variety. They're called a Sphaerocephalon. A little bit of a dinosaur name. But they're really small bulbs. I don't know if you can see. I'll open this up. And The way they bloom is that they're also known as a drumstick allium, and they come out a little more reddish purple rather than the traditional globe allium bluish purple tone. The bloom itself is a little bit more elongated or oval shaped, and then it really does look like a drumstick. So it's a long stalk, but a little bit shorter than, say, a Gladiator variety, and then yeah, a smaller bloom. But they're really pretty. I'm hoping to put these in probably some pots, frankly, to put out in our front garden. I don't know that we're going to be able to do so much with it early on or by next summer. So some pots flanking maybe our stairs or up on our porch area. That's where I'm planning on putting these. Let's see here if I can find. So these are the other alliums I ordered. I only ordered 5. Alliums were in high demand. They were sold out with Colorblends. They were sold, a lot of them, out with Eden Brothers. So I was so glad to get a giant variety, even if it was the 5. They were definitely more expensive than some of the other bulbs I ordered, so I did only order 5, and then I figured I could shop around a little bit more next year and see what was available, or maybe add more of a mix. So keep, 5 queens, if you will, and have different alliums around the queens or the crown jewels. I ordered the Gladiator variety, and I know globe variety is also really popular. Looks fairly similar. I ordered Gladiator because it was a little bit taller. And there's especially a spot in the front of our yard that if I don't put these in pots, I thought I might put them along the outside of our porch, so along brick, this same color, but then kind of in back behind some other flowers, so that when people look up to our porch or up to the front of our house, these are kind of poking out. They may even be tall enough so that you can see them from sitting on the porch. So that's why I ordered the tallest variety I could get my hands on that was still available. All right, now for some tulips. These I'm very excited about. Tulips, I ordered mostly dark colors or very vibrant colors. Our house is brick, so it could use some cool tones. And I honestly also garden for other people in my home, and when I was looking around at different tulips available, my partner thought that the really dark variety of tulips were really interesting. So I ordered Tom's Favorite as one of my first tulips that I'm going to plant. It's a deep, deep red color, like true crimson. So definitely not on the cool color spectrum to kind of calm down the brick tones in our home. But so beautiful. They're late blooming, double bloom. Just a beautiful variety. I'm really excited to see how these turn out, and I'll probably showcase them in a proper pot over by our front stairs leading up to our house, just so that people from the sidewalk as well as us sitting on the porch can enjoy them. This is another kind of fun mix on the darker side. It's called the Merlot Melody Mix, and it's a mix of very dark tulips with very magenta tulips, so really, really vibrant pink, a deep pink, if you will, and then some really dark tulips, like darker than crimson. They're almost black or purplish black. I think that there are a few varieties in here. They're all about the same size, and they're gonna bloom, I think, about mid-late. Let's take a look. A little bit unhelpful. They just say it blooms in spring, so it doesn't say when, but I think I remember reading that these are going to be mid-late, and they look really well together, or they look really good together, I should say. So I'll probably put these in pots as well. This Joie de Vivre mix is another fun tulip mix. Really looks good together. Kind of a more playful mix, if you will. So there are some really vibrant purple colors in this one. Again, going with some darker tones, but then Next to these ruffly dark tulips, there are these kind of orange trumpet-like blooms on the other tulips. So I'm really excited to see these next to each other. Again, probably going to put them in pots to really showcase them. Let's see. I ordered some more Gladiator Gladiator Alliums. I'm glad I did that. I thought perhaps I would only get 5. Oh no! Oh, one of them's rotted. Well, oof, that is strong stench. Oof. Okay, let's see if I can do this without cutting myself. This will probably be a good, oof. So this is what a rotten bulb looks like. It smells like some ranch dressing went off in the fridge, man. Okay. Oh man, okay. Let's toss those over there. Wow, that is so strong. Oh, geez. Okay, well, 2 out of the 5 survived. Now I've got that stench and the goo on my hands. I'm just gonna clean my hands off real fast. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. That was a stronger stench than I was expecting. I think I'm probably going to contact Eden Brothers about one. Yeah, 3 out of 10 bulbs to be gone. That's unfortunate, but I think, yeah, there's like a whole section of this box that's, here, I'll show you, that's kind of showing the rot. So I wonder if maybe it just got, so I wonder if it just got a little bit damp on that corner or something and helped out with the rot. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Otherwise, I have 7 beautiful Gladiator Alliums. So that's enough for a pot, I would say. Not too upset about it. Also ordered a lot of bulbs this year, so maybe it's in my best interest to have a couple go. All right. Yeah, I think those are all of the Eden Brothers mixes that I ordered. Those are just more duplicate bags of the same type. Okay, let's dig into Colorblends. There we go. They've padded it with Dutch newspaper. That's super fun. I'm excited to read this. It's been a while since I've lived on that side of the pond. Oh, comes with a wall calendar as well. Super excited about that. Packing slip, not very important. Oh my goodness. You guys, there's like, they're all just loose. They're all just loose. Oh, some of them are already starting to put up heads. I've really got to get these in the ground. Okay, so let's start off with one of the bagged ones. Colorblends, as I said earlier, does wholesale sales, so you can order only in huge multitudes. So instead of in 5s, 10s, 20s, 25, like Eden Brothers, I had to order a lot of these in the hundreds, and there was one even where I could only order a minimum of 250 bulbs. So we're gonna have a very busy bulb planting session. These ones are the blue Squill, so they bloom pretty early. They're these, if you've never seen Squill before, they are very small, delicate blue flowers, so very short, close to the ground. They do well under trees and they're rodent resistant. We have a pear tree over on this one of our side yards, which you probably saw in our intro video or our before garden transformation video. And I'm hoping to transform that side yard a little bit more into a meadowland area. As you probably also saw in the intro video, I'll probably have an update on our porch as well at some point where you can see the damage the squirrels have done. The squirrels are voracious out here in Denver. I've never experienced squirrels like this before. They were hanging like circus trapeze artists from our sunflowers when they were spent and were dried and hanging out. So they were trying to get the seeds and would, you know, jump onto them and just wave back and forth. I'll try to find some footage of that for you. They are eating some of our fence post tops in the corners. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Still trying to figure out a good way to get rid of those. So if you, I shouldn't say get rid of those, get rid of that behavior. So, or deter that behavior. So if you know any ways of doing that, let me know, post in the comments. I've seen people deter that kind of behavior with beavers before and just paint tree trunks with a paste that has some hot sauce in it. And that seems to work fairly well. So maybe I'll just tip some of those fence posts with some hot sauce just to deter that behavior, but I need to do a little bit more research first to make sure I'm not harming anything when I do that. But yeah, squirrels are voracious. We also didn't get any pears on our tree this year. The previous owner said the squirrels ate all of it, that they had tried to deter them so that they could have some pears, and it didn't work. Anyways, so the squirrels are they're especially about the pear tree, and so I thought Squill would be the perfect kind of solution or perfect plant for that spot, if you will. Under the pear tree, kind of really close to the meadowland area we're trying to create on the side of our yard, so we'll be planting straight into the sod, and then also resistant to these squirrels that are potentially rooting around in the very end of winter looking for something to eat. So, really excited about those. Let's see here. Let's try to grab one more. Ooh. So I found which bag everything was supposed to have come in. These were our top 40 tulips. So, this is just a mix of the top 40 tulips. I think I ordered 100 of them, and so there's probably a couple duplicates in there, everything twice maybe, but all sorts of colors where you know, the petals are all the way from white to kind of like a yellowy orange, some peachy colors, creamsicle, true yellow, and then the cup itself is, you know, same variation of color. So I'm really excited to see what these look like all planted kind of together. I think I'm going to put these in the front of our house, just beyond our porch, underneath the big blue spruce tree, and see what doesn't happen there. Maybe intersperse some in some pots. I'll show you what that process looks like. But yeah, just really excited to see what this collection of bulbs does in our garden and which ones are which. It looks like we have all sorts of varieties, obviously. So we have, you know, really small types with no bud beginning, all the way to some really big types that have already started to bud a little bit. You can see that right there. All right, well, that's what was supposed to be in this one then. Oh no, they mixed. There were two bags. Oh no. Okay. Well, this will be an exciting adventure to match some of the bulbs. So, yeah, some of them are mixed. I don't know how to be able to tell, but we'll give it a shot. I did order some smaller mixes. So this is supposed to be a mix. I want to say that this was the Aladdin's carpet blend, and so it's a mix of, I think, 10 different varieties. There are 3 muscari species, and then a miniature tulip or a dwarf, no, what is it? A dwarf daffodil. That's it. Dwarf daffodil variety. I got them also for that meadowland area on the side of our yard that we're trying to make. So we're going to put these directly into the grass. And we're just going to get some short blooms, but of all colors. At least the photos, and I'll show this on screen, show red and purples and blues, everything from hyacinths to, dwarf daffodils. So really excited to see what this looks like if I can separate them from the main tulips. It looks like there were mostly large tulips in this one, so we might overplant. If there were any small varieties, small bulbs in this bag, they might end up just getting planted in the meadow then, just because I can't tell what's supposed to go in what, and we'll just plant some of the bigger bulbs because we know those are going to be really tall and we don't want to mow those down at any point. So I'll just plant these, the bigger bulbs, out where I know that I want bigger flowers. All right, well, that is my unboxing video for my tulips. Lots of surprises, I guess. That was my first unboxing experience, but I hope that you had a laugh at some of my surprises. Lessons learned: order early. I don't know what to do about these bags coming undone. So that was just maybe an accident, but order early and remove the rotting bulbs immediately from your vicinity. That's 2 things I learned today. So anyways, thanks for joining me and hope to see you in our next video. Bye.